Hey everybody, so I'm at work just putting this video together. Thought I'd do a little quick introduction. So we put in the MSD ignition as well as an MSD coil. The coil I kind of went into it a little bit more on the technical side. The ignition I didn't. I kind of just did the wiring on my own. I kind of showed how I mounted it and stuff, but I didn't really go through the technical portion of how to hook up the wires and all that stuff. I did watch a video, and I'm going to give him credit because it was tremendously helpful. I was a little bit intimidated by this whole process at first. His channel is, I think it's Kilobyte DIY, and I'll go ahead and tag him. Just watching that video a couple times just made it seem pretty simple as long as you take your time, and it pretty much was. It took me I'm gonna say 2 days to get everything done. The first day I worked for like 15 minutes, and then the other 2 days I kind of spent some time on it. But yeah, Kilobyte DIY, thank you. Everybody watch this video if you're trying to get this done. It's pretty simple. Alright guys, so here's the final stage of my summertime mods for the Camaro. So I wanted to upgrade the ignition system, so it's got an HEI distributor, which is fine. Put in a HEI digital module, so I get a little brain inside, and also I got a HEI coil MSD, and this bad boy right here that I picked up on Marketplace. It's brand new. Everything was still in its original packaging. I got it for $100. So everything I bought, I got this for I think $75 brand new. This guy right here, so that's the digital HEI module. That I had to buy full price. I couldn't find one of those cheap. But yeah, I got all my plugs marked. Just got to start taking stuff apart and watch some videos and figure it out. All right, so I got the new coil in. Everything's set up the way the instructions say. Now, one thing I noticed with the old coil is it didn't have a ground wire coming out of here, right? It did have like a ground hooked up to the bottom here. I think it was to this one. And then it came to the grounding spot here on the cap. Now, the ground was not hooked up to anything when I took this apart. There was no ground to this thing, so we did have some stutter here and there when I'd punch it, and I'm wondering if that ground has something to do with it. This coil is still good. It's not a bad coil, so I'm going to keep it, maybe try to resell it or something. Heck, I might even put it in there. I don't see a part number or anything. This thing's probably fairly generic. But yeah, that's done. Now the question remains, should I put in this module? So I'm not seeing where people are hooking up the module and the MSD 6A. They're either doing one or the other. Like this thing takes the job of this thing. So I might just hook that up and leave this for the next project. So, because I'm not trying to go balls to the wall on the next project. I think that thing will do a great job. So, all right. Here, I'm trying to take out the old module. Also remove this thing. These wires all gotta come out. Good to go. There we go. All right, we got that bad boy. Man, look how nasty that is. All right, so we got this little harness they've supplied. Already started putting it on. It's got a fat end and a skinny end. It goes into these wires, and these wires are completely gone. Oh, don't mess with that. They have these little brackets for you to kind of hold the wire in. And then a grommet here, that round grommet, square hole, but we'll figure it out. We'll take a quick video when I'm all tightened up. All right, as you can see, the harness is all connected. It's all tied down. Grommet's in place, and you could stick out more than that, but I guess not. That's about all we got to work with. All right, let's go on to the next phase. All right, so I went ahead and put the distributor cap back on. I'm gonna go ahead and wire. There's the wiring harness for the MSD. I bent the little spring in the coil a little bit. I hope that doesn't break it. I do have an extra if I need to take it all apart again. But here's the wiring harness. These two are going to the battery, negative and positive. This goes to my tack, which is actually that blue wire there. The blue wire over there. So battery, this gray goes to the blue wire. That's the tack, so kind of separating that. These go into the inside, which the module used to be. We're bypassing the module. And these hook up back there. So let's go ahead and run these. I've spent some time kind of watching a video, which I'll link, which is going to be way more helpful than this. All right, guys, I finally got this thing in, these wires. The orange one goes closest to the firewall, so that goes to this red here. Okay, the orange. Your black goes to this yellow. Your ground is actually a separate wire. Okay, so this black that's part of the harness goes to the yellow here, furthest away. Then this comes in a separate piece that is over there, and that goes right in the middle. So my last coil didn't have the ground hooked up to anything. When I took it apart, there was no wire here. It was just bare. So as you can see, I kind of made a spot there for the ground. Went ahead and hit it with my Dremel tool. I'm gonna go ahead and attach that now. All right, guys. So I got all the wiring portion done. Got all my spark plug wires back on. A little bit messy. Everything's in its place. I already initially started kind of routing wires. I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to mount this thing. Somebody had already mounted it here once before, but I don't think that's going to work for me. I think right there is actually somewhere around there, but I need some kind of grommets or something to kind of take a little bit of the bounce out of stuff, and then to kind of mess with these wires because it's still an absolute mess. And of course, attach the battery stuff. But shoot, we're almost done. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I'm kind of tired and I gotta go to work tomorrow. So see you tomorrow. And we're back. Technically, it's kind of like day number 3 of putting in the MSD ignition stuff. The first day was like 15 minutes, and then I spent a lot of time on it yesterday. And now we did the wiring and stuff. Basically, we just got to mount this thing, put these wires on the battery, and away we go. All right, so I'm gonna show you guys something. I was thinking about putting it here, you know, trying to figure it out. Whoops. Actually, wouldn't be too bad either. But on the fender well here, there's some holes. You got 1, 2, 3. If I match this up, this thing matches up perfectly with these holes. Which to me tells me that at some point, I think this thing already had an MSD ignition before I got it. And when they redid it, they took it out. I'm gonna try to reuse these holes. It might be a little close though, I don't know, man. This might work a little bit better though. I'm not sure how. Might work a little better. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna put the bolts in there just to see how this thing fits, and we'll see how it looks, how sturdy it can be. Let me do that now. Just to help give it a little impact resistance. I'm sure there's some better way to do this, but I can't figure it out, so too stupid. And I got wires and shit everywhere still, but I think this is still a work in progress, so I'm not too concerned about it. There it went. Okay. Ah, shit. This one's a little bit off. Gets down to it. That one's a little bit off. Dang it. I was hoping that was going to work out. Straighten it out a little bit more then. Ooh, I gotta be careful with that, man, because there's a tire underneath there. Holy shit. Yeah, we got a lot of space. I don't think I could hit it, but man, that was a little scary. Last thing I need is just to hear like, I got the warranty. What happened? I don't know, man. Must have been a nail. It's crazy. Things are crazy. What is crazy is that those holes, when I just matched it up, look like they fit perfect. Maybe they do. I just didn't have the right angle. I don't know. Ooh, don't get wrapped up in there, baby. Okay, let's take these off, finish these holes off. We should be in pretty good shape here. All right, let me find that other washer. Plastic washer, because I need it. 100%. Oh no. Hit it with my finger and like sent it flying around the spring. Way through there, man. There we go, we got it. Man, 25 minutes so far on this freaking video. It wasn't supposed to take that long. Found it. It was in my shirt. When I went to buy them, I just threw them all in my shirt pocket. And I missed one. All right, so wiring's all done. I cleaned it up as much as I could. I need some more zip ties, big zip ties. Maybe add some tape, but I'm gonna go ahead and turn it on, see if it fires up. That light should come on when turn the key on, like not all the way though, just to see if it comes on. Okay, so we got power. All right, go ahead. All right, it's on. So, we're in pretty good shape. It is idling a little bit different. We got to go run it to see really what it's doing. Might need to have somebody do the timing for me. I have no idea how to do that. So far, so good. So we did end up taking the car out for a test drive, and it was missing a bunch. Now, if you remember earlier in the video, I said that I had bent the spring that was underneath the coil. So come to find out, that's called the carbon button, and it kind of transfers the electricity from the coil down to the distributor. I'm not sure. Anyways, I had bent the crap out of that thing, and I tried to fix it, but can't really fix those things, man. If you bend them, it's so thin. It's so thin. It's so easy to bend. If you bend them, just replace them. I ended up going and buying a new one. It wasn't that much, maybe $8 at an AutoZone, and replaced it, and the thing ran a whole hell of a lot better. Now it still is a little bit, the idle's still a little bit off. It seems like it's missing, so I gotta go ahead and get that timing done. I got a buddy that might come by and just help me out with that, so we'll see. Right, guys, MSD ignition is in, it's running, so first step is always good. I didn't show all the wiring and stuff. I'm gonna tag the guy that I watched doing the wiring. I'll probably have mentioned his name at the beginning of this video. We'll tag him up and give him some credit, because I kind of followed the wiring stuff just like he said, and everything came out great. So like I said, I think something might be off with the timing a little bit, which I guess is normal. So I'll just have to take it into a shop, have them check the timing, and we'll be good.